Okay, I think we're just about ready to get started. We're going to get our Facebook Live started. It's ready to go. Well, good morning, everyone. I'm going to try and not burst with excitement because it is such a spectacular day, and we've been assured that this weather will hold off. We've got those here, those umbrellas, just in case, but we won't need them. My name is Lucy Van Olden-Barneveld, and I've been working with the BC Parks Foundation on this announcement, and we just couldn't be more excited about what's going to happen this morning. And we really appreciate you all coming, and all the smiling journalist faces who we've been emailing with this week. Also thrilled to see you all. We're about to announce an historic gift, in the biggest in Canadian conservation history, and we're so proud to be able to share it here in gorgeous Stanley Park. Like, it couldn't be more perfect. So, the gift to the BC Parks Foundation we'll tell you more about shortly, but I can tell you it is a game changer in the conservation movement in this country. Also want to say a big hello, though, to all the folks joining us on Facebook Live. Countless people are also there tuning in from across the country. So welcome to them, and hello, thanks, and glad you could be here. After our presentation, we will be taking a few questions from journalists, so start thinking of your best questions. We'll make some time for that. Let's kick things off. I'd like to invite Cynthia Callison up to the stage. She is from the Tahltan Nation, a lawyer, and also BC Parks Foundation Vice Chair. Cynthia.
Chacholan ho ti glugedakli uchi taltsidan di dene utsi. Skiki ista si. Good morning. My name is Cynthia Collison. I'm a Tahltan person from the Crow Clan. On behalf of the BC Parks Foundation, we acknowledge that we are on the unceded lands of the Musqueam, Squamish, and Tsleil-Waututh, Coast Salish people, and Halkomelem speakers. We are privileged to be guests in their territories today, and we acknowledge that there were two former significant village sites that were located in Stanley Park. BC Parks Foundation has committed to the respectful engagement of Indigenous people throughout British Columbia, to continue to conserve and protect areas as the land connects us to ourselves, our communities, and holds the key to our languages, stories, culture, and knowledge. In addition, conserved and protected areas address increasing pressure on ecosystems, biodiversity, wildlife, and fish habitats, and help to mitigate some of the impacts from climate change. We appreciate all the generosity shown by donors in support of our forward-thinking and value-driven goal to protect significant areas in British Columbia with integrity. 25 by 25. Madu.
Thank you so much for that, Cynthia. And you heard 25 by 25 there, and we are about to tell you all about that as well. You know, obviously, the relationship between the First Nations of British Columbia is foundational to what the BC Parks Foundation is trying to do. Help protect it now to enjoy it forever. So when Ross Beatty, who many of you know as a resource entrepreneur and environmental philanthropist, got the brainwave to start the BC Parks Foundation, he also knew he needed somebody to helm it, to really take over and do something great. So Andy Day was tapped on the shoulder. This was a brand new organization, so it needed to be done right. There were big hopes and big dreams that Ross had when he founded this. Andy was the perfect person to embrace those aspirations and then plan and make a to-do list. Andy's done amazing things working with Ross and the board. They've attracted incredible support to this BC Parks Foundation movement. He's someone who thinks big and makes impactful things happen. It's my pleasure to introduce the CEO of the BC Parks Foundation, Andrew Day.
This is a great day for BC and British Columbians. When I received that call from Ross and Rick Careless, who was a founder of the BC Parks Foundation, I said, what is this foundation about? And they said, this foundation is not about doing good. And I said, this is a charitable foundation. It's the official charitable partner of the BC Parks system. What do you mean? And they said, in this critical decade of climate change and biodiversity loss and improving our relationship with Indigenous people and improving human health, good is not good enough. The BC Parks Foundation is about doing great. We could never have imagined when we set off on this journey that that spirit would be so warmly and widely embraced by British Columbians of all demographics, of all regions. We set out to do this through a crowdsourcing approach and to empower British Columbians to do great things. And we have been blown away by the level of support. Tens of thousands of British Columbians have preserved 15 places, 15 beautiful places in 3 years, have reached millions of observations of the incredible diversity of life with whom we share this province, have engaged visitors in responsible and safe park use, and have launched a park prescription program that is now in every province in Canada and leading a global movement about the connection between human health and the health of this planet. These incredible results have come because of you as British Columbians. I received calls from the pensioner in Burns Lake, BC, who said, I can give you $5 this month, $5 next month. It's all I can afford, but I love BC, and I love what you guys are doing. The grade 6 class from Cambridge Elementary, who said, we're going to raise $1,041.63. Here it is to protect Princess Louisa Inlet. The grade 9 class from Ballina Secondary, who went out and chopped wood and helped people in their community, raise money, inspired $10,000 of gift to protect Balinas Island. The tech entrepreneur from Richmond, BC, whose father was a refugee from Uganda, came here with nothing in his pockets, raised his son to love BC, to give back to BC, and to start one of Canada's best tech firms, who donated what was then the largest gift in BC conservation history, Dax de Silva, $14.5 million. All types of British Columbians, shoulder to shoulder, thousands of people, because we love and are so grateful to live in this place we call home. I am thrilled to announce today that we are taking this movement to an entirely new level. We are launching an initiative called 25 by 25. 4 big goals: protect, now, enjoy forever. Protect 25 beautiful places by 2025. Help Canada in its commitment to protect 25% of our lands and seas by 2025. Now, every British Columbian spending a minimum of 2.5 hours outside every week to improve our mental and physical health. Enjoy. British Columbians getting out and enjoying 25 beautiful places, 25 new outdoor activities. All British Columbians, including our most vulnerable and marginalized British Columbians. Forever, collecting 25 million observations of the incredible diversity of life with whom we share this planet, so it can flourish and be abundant forever. I would like to introduce you to a British Columbian family who has joined this movement of British Columbians, who is shoulder to shoulder with them, wanting to protect now and enjoy forever this beautiful province, and is doing so by making the largest gift in Canadian conservation history, who are making history. My friends, I would like to introduce you to Chip and Summer Wilson.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Thanks for coming. Thanks, Andy, for that wonderful introduction. That was wonderful.
I'm going to say one thing first, Andy, just on your speech, and that was, I really believe in the Jim Collins line, good is the enemy of great. And 25 by 25 is surely great. Now I'd like to pass it on to my beautiful wife.
You know what? We love British Columbia. For Chip and I, it's where we built our businesses. We've fell in love. We raised our family. We have 5 sons. And for us, being outside in nature, movement is always, it's how we came together as a family. We've always been about sport and outside. And in fact, a vision that we've had for our businesses and for our family has been to create components and opportunities for people to live a longer, healthier, more fun life. Joining forces with the BC Parks Foundation was very much in line with that goal and vision. And so it gives us incredible pleasure and excitement to be here today to announce, I'll wait for the garbage truck. I was like, how fitting.
Garbage truck, garbage truck.
Drum roll, wait. Anyways, it gives us incredible pleasure to announce today that we're donating $100 million to the BC Parks Foundation.
Woo!
And it's to contribute to the 20 by 25 goal.
Shall I take it from here?
Yeah, do you want to go?
All right. I have 2 pieces of context about how unbelievable this is. My first one is from the Pulitzer Prize-winning book, Guns, Germs, and Steel. And you can see how civilization has moved from Ethiopia to Europe to Central and South America. What's really left is this is one of the very, very few places on Earth that is virtually untouched. And we can't, and I hate to use, I'll use it anyway, you know, we can't see the forest through the trees about how special British Columbia is. My one story is I'm an Albertan. Middle of 1970s, I was playing football at University of Alberta at Edmonton. It was the end of October. We'd gone through 2 snows, and we flew out to British Columbia to play UBC. The bus took us to the rugby field right over here at Stanley Park, and it was a beautiful blue sky day, snow-capped mountains, trees everywhere, soft grass. And I went, I had died and gone to heaven. And I went, and I'm saying this because of the context. And I was so thankful and have been so thankful at someone's foresight 140 years ago to set up Stanley Park. And I can only think that people must have gone, what are you doing a park for? He says, there's parks everywhere. I mean, that's all we are is one big park. But civilization will come, and we need to set aside these lands for people and for conservation. And we are so thankful for the hikes, the parks, and the advantage that we get to take being outside in this beautiful province. And we want to thank the customers of ours from Arc'teryx and Lululemon and all our other businesses for helping us get here. You're all part of it. Thank you.
Thanks. I think we're to take a seat, okay? Okay. Do what Lucy asked.
Thank you, Chip and Summer and your family, on behalf of all British Columbians and the other species that live here. This is rocket fuel for us to do really great things. And you mentioned your sons, your 5 sons. Young people are at the heart, they are the heart and soul of 25 by 25. And I want to introduce you to a young person. Before I do that, I want to say that this is a matching gift. This gift of $100 million is going to inspire another $100 million in gifts in partnerships with businesses, with governments, with other philanthropic organizations. That's how we're going to accomplish 25 by 25. We've already put it to use. We've protected 3 places in conjunction with our partners, and we'll have more announcements in the coming weeks. As I said, young people are really the heart and soul of 25 by 25 because it's about movement. It is a movement. It's about change and dynamism and fun and people coming together, enjoying themselves like young people do. So I'd like to introduce you to a wonderful young woman from Surrey, BC, whose infectious energy is inspiring. She has engaged thousands of park visitors. She's heard from them what they care about. She's heard from them how much they enjoy and love our parks. And she's studying environmental science at SFU. Simran Sarai.
Gonna have to give me a second to readjust. I'm a little bit shorter. Thanks so much, Andy, and thank you so much, Chip and Summer. What an amazing gift. It's such an honor to be here today. Like Andy said, my name is Simran Sarai. I am 22 years old, and I'm a student at Simon Fraser University studying resource and environmental management. I also do some work with an ocean stewardship campaign that I help co-lead, and I've been really privileged to work on a variety of climate justice and stewardship initiatives. Today, I get to represent the amazing Discover Parks Ambassador team, which I was part of this past summer. 30 years ago, before I was even born, climate scientists, stewards, and activists were sounding the alarm on the devastation that climate change was going to bring to our communities. It's now 2022, and more than ever, we know that we need to act now to protect communities and the environment from the climate crisis. Luckily, there's incredible work being led by community members here in BC who recognize the incredible importance of our natural environment, both here in our communities and in our fight against climate change. I am so honored today to stand here representing the Discover Parks Ambassador program because I know how important our BC parks are. This past summer, my coworker Andrea and I were so privileged to spend 4 days a week in Golden Ears Provincial Park. We had the best time, and the highlight of our job was working with kids and young people. We got to run games and activities and introduce them to nature, some of them for the first time, and just hear from them their excitement to be in the park and their awe in this park. And the thing is, it wasn't just us teaching them about the environment, about what's in our parks. They were teaching us through their curiosity and their imagination and their joy for this beautiful environment that we get to live in. One of my favorite stories is we had this one kid who participated in 2 days worth of our programming. He spent probably 6 hours each day with us. And at the end of the day, after a 2-hour-long nature walk that was supposed to be 20 minutes, he came up to us and he was like, "Teachers, are you gonna come back for my birthday?" His birthday's in March, so it was 8 months away, and we had to be like, "We're not sure." But his enthusiasm and his excitement and his need to see us again 8 months from now and to be in the park 8 months from now was just awe-inspiring that these children care so much about the parks at such a young age and know how important it is at such a young age. Their hope for the future and appreciation for our current parks is all the proof I need to know that protecting our parks is critical to building happy and healthy and resilient communities. And that's what we need in our fight against the climate crisis and to build stronger communities. That's why I'm so glad to be here supporting the BC Parks Foundation goal of 25 places, by protecting 25 places by 2025. Spending my time working in parks this summer was honestly one of the most joyful experiences of my life. And our parks do that. They bring joy and laughter and hope to our communities, and we need that more than ever. Parks unify people with the environment and bring together people to build a community. As we grapple with climate crises year after year in BC and around the world, it's more important than ever to protect the parks and inspire people to protect our environment and the place that we call home. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Simran. That was just fantastic. You can see the future is in great hands with Simran and her colleagues. You didn't talk about the banana slug story. You were so passionate about banana slugs when I met you this summer at Golden Ears. We can save that for another time. So if I could invite the Wilsons back up, and Andy, if you want to come back up, we are going to take some questions from all the curious journalists in the crowd. And we're happy to do that. Now, the rain is starting a little bit, but that doesn't bother us, right? Let's just reaffirm. So who would like to start things off? And why we do that, we are going to say goodbye to our Facebook Live folks. I point to this camera here, but thanks very much for joining us. 25by25.ca is where you can find all the information you want about what we were talking about today. So thanks for tuning in, everyone.